first layer, we chose a pan to represent the prepared subgrade because, like the prepared subgrade, the pan is needed prior to beginning the construction of our landfill pizza and is the basis of our pizza.
So for the second layer, we have our crust, which symbolizes the compacted clay layer because it's located directly below the toppings and stops them from seeping into the pan.
The brushing of the olive oil represents the geomembrane because when we bake the pizza crust, it allows it to form a hard, thick layer to prevent the tomatoey sauce from seeping through.
Waiting for our earth to dry up before we make the landfill on top of it. So for our next layer, we have our leachate collection pipe system, and the gravel to hold in our pipes is the tomato sauce because it'll hold them in really nicely.
Mozzarella cheese represents the filter geotextile because it separates the solid particles from the liquid.
So for our sixth layer, we have our leachate collection layer, which is symbolized by our gorgonzola here. It's a gravelly layer that collects water like the gorgonzola will as it seeps down in the landfill.
To represent waste, we're using a variety of toppings, including tomatoes, basil, and hot Tabasco peppers.
Our lovely waste. Our next layer is our Parmesan soil cover layer. So each day, the toppings waste will get covered with a Parmesan soil to keep them from spreading out.
We're using the second layer of dough to represent the second compacted clay, which will cap off the landfill to reduce odors and prevent precipitation from reaching the trash or the waste.
And for our second geomembrane layer, we're also using olive oil again to create that really nice layer that's going to prevent liquids from coming through.
Garlic powder represents the drainage layer because it has a sandy texture, representing the sand or gravel that is used for this layer, which helps drain the water away from the landfill.
For this layer, we have some rosemary to represent the protective topsoil layer that's going to keep the waste from coming up and getting to the ground again.
Swiss cheese represents the topsoil because it helps support and maintain growth of vegetation, and when we put the garnish on top, it's really going to adhere to the cheese.
For our final layer, we have some basil leaves to represent the vegetation that's grown on top of all of the landfill that's been covered by the topsoil.
Ooh.
Yummiest pizza landfill on earth.
Mm-hmm.